Welcome to the day 2 of India Smart Grid Day conference. After having learned on about the various smart grid activities happening globally, the regulatory support that we need, the specific regulatory issues that we need to address in India before we embark on the smart grid journey, and security, one of the key concern areas. Today we are going to be discussing the nuts and bolts of smart grids, starting with communication infrastructure. We'll then discuss future technologies and how they impact us with respect to smart grids. And then the last session would be on electric vehicle infrastructure, the future, which might be a game-changing transformation for the sector for us. At the end of it all, we'll have a valedictory session, which will be summing up the recommendation and all that have come out from these 2 days' proceedings. So we start today's, the first session today, which is on communication infrastructure. It will be chaired by Ajoy Rajani, and we have an eminent panel of speakers from various, covering the entire gamut of communication technologies, PLC, radio, VSAT, and whatnot. So I'll quickly introduce the panelists and then hand over to Ajoy. I don't think Ajoy needs any introduction, but anyway, formally, I'll introduce him. He's a renowned expert in the M2M space. He pioneered M2M and AMR in India, prior to which he was involved with one of the largest AMR deployments in combined Americas at EPSA. He has been at the forefront of innovation in communication technologies, particularly power line and wireless communications. He has several papers to his credit, and he was a keynote speaker and guest of honor at the Vienna PLC gathering in 2007 for having completed one of the world's largest broadband over PLC deployments. The wireless AMR architecture developed by him was awarded the 3G Global Industry Award in 2009. He was instrumental in Reliance garnering the largest share of the low-cost telephony market in India. As a past entrepreneur, Ajoy built a successful enterprise in India and exited the same in 2004 and joined Reliance Energy as their CTO. Ajoy has also spent time with Reliance Communications Limited as a communication specialist for several years. This allows him to leverage his unique experience and knowledge of both telecommunication and energy. Ajoy has advanced education in engineering and has served on the board of CDMA Development Group and Wireless Nova, and presently chairs the Communications Work Group in India Smart Grid Forum. He currently serves as Reliance Senior Vice President in charge of their smart grid business and product innovation initiatives. We also have I'll hand over to Ajoy, and he can introduce the rest of the panelists. Okay, I'll quickly introduce all the other panelists. Mr. Bhupinder Vark from Wyson. He has a BSc in Computer Science from Tokyo, MBA in International Management from JFK School of Management, USA. As an entrepreneur in starting communication technology companies, he has created and sold 6 companies in the field of high-tech communications in Silicon Valley, California. At present, he serves as the CEO of ProCubed Incorporated, primary focus wireless communications, including IEEE 802.15.4G, with offices in California, Tokyo, and Bangalore. He is the founder of Wyson Alliance and also the Marketing and Operations Chair. He has implemented the world's first third-party certified IEEE 802.15.4 protocol. He has marketed world's first LCD panel CVD system at AKT as a startup company. He has developed world's first 2.0 USB transceiver at Philips Lab. He has developed the world's first 802.15.4G capable RF transceiver. He's also developed the world's first 802.15.4G compliant platform, the world's first iPhone, iPad, Wi-Fi peripherals. He's also developed the first 3V8M mask ROM at OKI. We also have Mr. Jimmy Chalakal he's the field application manager at Analog Devices India Limited. He leads a team of field application engineers at ADI who are responsible for providing technical and applications engineering support to ADI's customers in India. Jimmy has more than 15 years experience in product design and applications engineering. He brings with him an immense depth of knowledge in linear, power and mixed signal technologies that are extensively used in applications ranging from energy metering, process control, industrial, military, aerospace and medical electronics. While at ADI, Jimmy has collaborated with several leading OEM and multinational technology companies in India in architecting their products for these applications. Mr. Chalakal holds a BTech degree in Electrical and Electronics Engineering from Calicut University. Mr. Ebenson Sam. Mr. Sam is a manager, state networks at Hughes Communications India Limited. He has been associated with Hughes at various capacities of key account management, regional program management, and in charge of development of state networks for the government sector. He has experience in designing and implementing SATCOM networks for PSU banks and state government departments. Ebenson has completed his Bachelor of Engineering in Electrical and Electronics Engineering from Bharatiyar University and MBA from Madurai Kamaraj University. He has a total experience of 10 years in IT and telecom industry, handling various solutions on testing, data security, and satellite communications. Mr. Sachin Gupta from Cisco. Sachin is a customer solutions manager at Cisco Systems, responsible for providing connected grid solutions and communication architectures for smart grid deployments in the APJC region. Sachin has more than 10 years experience almost solely in the utility, oil and gas industry. Prior to joining Cisco, he worked at GE Digital Energy as regional sales manager for the industrial communications business in Southeast Asia, providing AMI, substation automation, IEC 61850, SCADA, telemetry, smart grid solutions. He has also managed many smart substation pilot projects in the region and has a strong diversified industry experience in designing industrial wireless solutions. Prior to GE, he was a practice lead for wireless and mobile solutions in the APAC region with Invensys Process Systems, Singapore. He holds a master's in telecommunications engineering from University of New South Wales, Australia, and an MBA degree in marketing from XLRI School of Management, Singapore, and other technical credentials like Project PMP, CWNA, and WiMAX Forum Certified RF Network Designer. In past, Sachin has consulted and managed various mobile and wireless projects for utilities in the region. He was also the past president of the Wireless Industrial Network Alliance, WINA, APAC chapter, an organization focused on increasing the adoption of wireless technologies in process industry. Sachin is an active member of IEEE and ISA SP 100 and has contributed numerous articles, publications on industrial wireless and is a frequent speaker at industry gatherings. Mr. Shailesh Thakur Desai, Texas Instruments. Shailesh heads the microcontroller and RF business development activity at TI with system application engineering team across India. He is taking care of the smart grid segment and is involved with the metering industry customers since the last 10 years. He started his career as an application engineer in 1998 at Philips Semiconductors and has been working for last 14 years in the semiconductor industry. Ashok Chandak. Ashok is Senior Director, Global Sales and Marketing at NXP Semiconductors India Private Limited. Ashok is a postgraduate in electronics engineering and has completed a global management program at Babson College, Boston, USA. His 24 years of general management experience in semiconductor industry includes sales, business development, design and research, in which he has led multi-locational and cross-cultural teams across various countries. During last several years, he has actively contributed to the standardization, ecosystem development and market research initiatives in the Indian ESDM sector. Nitin Bhandari. Nitin is an Associate Vice President at Vodafone India Limited. In his current role, he is responsible for developing product and technology ecosystems in the area of M2M, enterprise mobility, and hosted products. In the past, he co-authored GB 924 Service Model Framework, published by a Telemanagement Forum. He has also been contributing editor of Telecom Billing Dictionary, published by Althos Publishing. Prior to Vodafone, Nitin held a position of AVP at Frog Design, where he was responsible for managing the innovation strategy practice for the APAC region. Earlier, he worked as a consulting partner at Wipro Technologies, where he was responsible for the business advisory practice for the telecoms and media industry vertical. Nitin holds a BTech honors in computer science and engineering from the Institute of Technology, BHU. So with this esteemed panel, I hand over now to Ajoy to start the proceedings.